faced with.
I think that when we look at Gen G's draft, it's not that different to what we've been seeing succeed in the meta, right? The fact that Chovy and Peanut have gotten their hands on Vi Ahri should just be a terrifying prospect for EU fans because of how powerful this duo is. Pays back on his comfort of Felios. The big surprise is seeing Doran on this Fiora, while in the early laning phase, it might be a struggle. For Broken Blade, this is a huge test. Domestically, the question mark from fans has always been, how can you compete with Korean top laners? Game 1, best of 5. His dad lost both his Flash and Ghost as Chovy. Very good trade against Caps, but the map has now been split.
Level 1, they're gonna dive.
The Light has cleanse. Pays has cleanse. In fact, uses the early Light, looking for the damage. Mickey tanking up the tower. He'll fall. 1-for-1 so far as Hansama now opens up onto Delight, but you can't really tank a Leona underneath the tower. No turret shots going onto Hansama means that he can just walk away.
Well, that's it. He can actually get flashed on here potentially. This is getting pretty risky because he has no cleanse.
The
he's
charm
going down.
hits. Caps flashes. Chovy flashes. And take a pew, Caps, because Church is in session.
Ways eyes back towards the bot lane.
He's gonna get caught up with the concussive blows, and Hansama will get this one. On the board, the Draven now, and G2 starting to snowball through this bot lane.
Massive kill there.
To burn that after he died in the mid lane.
And I think Broken Blade's gonna have to leave, right? And even just making him leave is such a big victory because there's so many minions here, but they're gonna look for this dive, and he hasn't left.
No one's taking the tower as of yet. Doran's gonna do it. The boss coming out, and Broken Blade's locked up. 100 health is not enough. Doran takes the kill, and Genji will get plates to boot.
Really well played by Doran there, waiting out that pull. You know, he's just trying to get the parry on it. Broken Blade waits it out, but doesn't have the damage to actually knock him down, and he's something aggressive here, looking potentially to find Peanut in his own jungle, push Doran back.
Doran will just retreat from the safety of the tower. Frozen Tomb's gonna land though, as Peanut has been locked up, and Yike will take him out. G2 continue to push forward as Doran retreats, and for the moment,
and he ends up losing his life. But it's still a very close game as they look for Mickey.
Saw Peanut with the Scryer's Boom. Yike stopped his recall because of it. Cease and desist under the tower. Solar Flare coming out as well, but Mickey is very tanky on this Braum. Glacial Fissure has been popped with the Delight, not underneath the turret shots. Should be able to back away. Ignite ticks on him, but he does retreat. The Whirling Dead. He hasn't got the stacks to get through that Eclipse. Oh! The spear finds its mark.
And Broken Blade obviously is set very far behind because of the dive and because of the early tier 2 boots, but we're going to get a scrappier around this Herald.
Mickey misses the Winter's Bite and the Glacial Fissure. Everfrost coming out. Hansama dodging the charm as Mickey tanks it for him. Yike can jump out at the back of the pit. Hans looking for a little bit more,
TP
but now
coming
with the TP behind them. Mickey locked up, he's going to be sacrificed. The Solar Flare finds one as well, and Doran's on the chase. The Grand Challenge has been issued, and Hansama was chucked into the Lion's Den. Doran takes another, and on the top side, Caps will fall as well.
Fantastic awareness from Gen G. They knew that Broken Blade being locked bot with no teleport, they could guarantee a numbers advantage. What looked like a flank from Caps.
Blade did manage to win out the level 1, level 2, but couldn't really do much more after that as Hansama's caught in the mid, and Doran has roamed around once again, caught up with the Glacial Fissure. Hansama starts to open up. Double TPs had been invested as Caps looks perhaps for a Frozen Tomb. Doesn't follow the path. Can't go any further forward. Moonlight Vigil hits. Only takes a little bit of damage. Hansama tickled by it, but already down to half HP with the Rift Herald charging in. Broken Blade apprehends the light, but that's not really the target you want. The Eclipse going to keep him alive for the moment. The tower falls. Peanut goes in, and Hansama's locked down, and they just don't have the peel to keep their AD carry alive. Peanut takes a double. Pays takes one on top, and now the chase down continues as Yike is forced underneath this tower.
Don't really win out on here for G2 anymore. Plus, there's the TP disadvantage. It is going to be a fully stacked
Doran
ult there.
No mana right now. Broken Blade with the Ghost has already invested the Flash. Doran won't have enough to dodge away. Can escape for the moment. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, you can actually see Peanut on a rampage. Doran caught up. The shutdown will go down to Broken Blade, but Mickey was caught by Gen G. So it hasn't been able to then actually wrest any control away from Gen G. As we see Broken Blade and Doran fighting up towards the top side. He dodges the Noxian Guillotine with the riposte. The rest of G2 trying to collapse while Gen G are pushing in 4 members strong down towards the bottom lane. The path comes out, but Doran can just dash away and retreat from G2, and now the inhibitor towers will be open up. Flash away from Mickey as he's caught in the cease and desist. The Solar Flare finds his mark as well, and Gen G find another kill, while Doran just toyed.
Great stuff overall from Gen G. There's just nothing standing in their way. Peanut once again forces Hansama back. The ultimate comes through from Caps, but the inhibitor drops and the fight begins.
The re-engage from Gen G is sublime, but Delight already taken out. The charm hits onto Caps, and he will fall as well. Now in a 4v3, Gen G continue to push in. The spear does connect on Chovy. He's got TP. He was looking to bolster up his mana bar once again, but Gen G will escort their mid laner out of the G2 base. Yike still looking for the chase. no cleanse on Pays, but really no way to gap close for G2.
Yeah, but G2 just have to keep chasing, right? You have to stop them from basing. You need to try to get this dragon. We'll see if they can make it happen.
Doran locked up. Glacier Fisher goes wide. Doran looking for the damage on Mickey. He dashes away once again. The spear dodge, but Doran is low. One more axe would be enough. The TP now coming in from Chovy. He's looking for the flank with the Cosmic Drivers. Peanut is locked up. Pays down towards the bottom side. Peanut shut out of the fight. Pays will dash away, but Chovy on the back line finds one already. He's looking for more as he dives onto Mickey. That's another. The counter TP, but Pays takes another. And Chovy and Pays just dance around on the edge of the abyss. They play with G2. Caps pops the stopwatch. Pays dashes out of vision. And the Frozen Tomb will be your icy grave, Caps, as Gen G clean up the fight.
It's a quad.
Chovy secures another kill. Mickey now losing his life.
Well, he hasn't done it yet, Betty, but it's very shortly to follow as he does go down once again. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Chovy diving forward, pops the Zonias to keep himself alive for the moment. Hansama retreating underneath the inhibitor tower, and in the end, it's already a double for Peanut. He ceases and desists any hope that G2 had of winning this game. The Nexus in their eyes, Gen G will push in for 1-0.
Beautiful game from Gen G, and in sub 30 minutes, their debut at MSI is one of dominance. The LCK first seed is here to play.
A sublime performance from Gen G. G2 threw a lot of them in the early game, but Gen G held strong, and they will go 1-0.
Approach this draft in a very intelligent way.
Yeah.
They recognize that G2 is more than happy to play their creative picks along with the meta picks, and they're saying, we know we're giving up Annie, we know we're giving up Kennen. They have the Lissandra prepared.
Are they gonna swap?
Oh, maybe they're putting the Tristana. I mean, we'll
actually
wait
Trist-
until the last
Okay,
rotation, but they've clearly come prepared with what G2 is trying to do. And I think that once again, they have a very solid front-to-back teamfight composition. They have great utility.
didn't
Their
swap.
pick potential is great, and it looks like that they will be
That's
sending the
Trist top.
Tristana top lane.
If I actually did not facilitates his side lanes when he gets an advantage.
Hook lands, Flame Chompers goes down as well. Delight should be able to walk around this one, but they're just trying to turn the damage back onto Mickey. The Ignite ticking on Mickey, and he'll fall first. Pays takes him. Delight just stood in their face and took the full brunt of the G2 bot lane and was still. Doesn't have the flash, so it would have had to be a flash hook. There's the stun in the Glacial Pass. The Spectral Maul's going to land as well. And in mid lane, Chovy with a great Ring of Frost keeps himself alive. 1 for 1 in the end as the auto follows him underneath the turret.
Chovy continues to walk away the victory on top, and oh, nice Hex Flash.
Locked in, the Hex Flash already. Pays going to get the root as well off the Gravitum. Yike's here to try and save his AD carry, but he can't get there in time. Yike goes forward with the Spectral Maul, but can't land it on Delight, and now
Of course, it is double AP solo laners, so no Magic Mantle, not bad by any means. Peanut likely to retreat here. If there is 6 on Broken Blade, will he look for the flash?
Hook on Pays as well, down towards the bottom side. Flashing forward, he has red, white, and he wants to fight. Another hook brings him back, and it's a double for the rookie in the bot lane.
And he has white guns here in Yikes. So this is allowing Broken Blade to catch up.
They've also swapped their AD carrying support up towards this top side of the map to make sure they can get the Rift held. Caps is left alone down towards the bottom side, pops the Tibbers to get the stun up. Delight stun, locks him up with a knock-up though, and Caps will fall underneath the tower. The Rift held will be taken for G2 in response. But overall, Pays and Delight are putting on a show.
To grow is a problem.
They're going to
There's
dive
now-
again.
Caps
No ult.
needs an EpiPen because he's going to have a Peanut allergy in a second as Peanut dives in. The lockdown comes out, and Pays is unstoppable. He tanks the Super Mega Death Rocket, which does not live up to its name. And
Just look at the minimap and you can see the difference in vision. As Doran looking for a bit of a fight against Caps here.
Hook goes wide up towards the top side as well, but Yike, the Moonlight Vigil, the Gale Force, Pays! Oh, that was beautiful! Pays showing up in his first international tournament, ruler who, he says, as he manages just to get that solo kill in the top lane.
And he's about to cash in his cult. There he did. 7,200 gold to 3,500 on the other side. That is a bit of a bot gap.
Like me at a buffet, just picking up all the plates. He got 4 down towards the bottom lane, he's getting more up towards the top lane. And Gen G just show us they can play through anyone. Game 1, it was the Chovy show. Here, now, it's the Pays show.
I mean, it's just tough, right? You know, G2 went towards some really strong early game options. You know, they had a solid early game from Yike. They had a solid early game from Hansama. They're now on much more scaling options in this second game, and Gen G is showing without that early game power, G2 just haven't been able to compete.
Flash play, look for Pays, but the hook comes back out. Hansama tries to open up, but they can just tank this tower for days. G2 so far behind.
Their threat, and they know they have a numbers advantage right now. Chovy is threatening a dive. G2 sense it, and it's that presence that allows them to secure this objective largely.
Here we go.
Lands, they're going to burst down Mickey underneath the tower. Delight tanks up the
Broken
tower
Blade
shots.
TP.
Yike will get one reset, but the tower does fall, and Yike goes down before Broken Blade can even get in. He dices his way away as the Gale force forward, and now Doran can just hop over the wall, and his hop skip jump for Genji. Doran dives out once again, 3-1 in.
Grab the Herald as well. They've already cracked all the outers, so they're going to be looking for inners here.
Tibbers, flash over the wall, Doran dashes away.
Doesn't have the damage.
That's the Annie! That's the 100% ban rate Annie that just can't do anything here.
In his rookie year to have a performance like this must fill him with confidence as Delight looks for another pick.
And Caps will fall. Delight's going to get him. The stopwatch buys only a brief second to contemplate the embracing arms of death. Yike looking for something as well, does get the stun, but you can buffer a jump out. And now Paze is showing us, against G2 who have struggled, but showing us that he's willing to dash forward, to flash forward, to kill off the enemy AD carry. And he was solo in doing so.
The solo kill in the middle of the base at 18 minutes, not even 17 minutes.
Now there is a flank position here. Broken Blade can try and get in. Paze goes legendary. The slicing maelstrom has gone down and Paze has fallen. Yike gets the reset, dives forward as well with a Heartbreaker. And a small, oh so small glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel for G2. In the end, it won't mean much, but it's a little bit encouraging for the European C2.
Yeah, I mean,
Fenios being fed is good for you.
Yeah, that's right.
You just steal it, right? Caps goes down as Dorman now on a killing spree. The TP
And,
was cancelled, but the hook connects and Broken Blade will fall as well. Delight picking them up. He's got half as many kills just on the support of Genji as G2 have in total.
yeah,
And it is destruction.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I mean, G2 have got to just stay composed, think about the next game. Let's be honest, this one has been over for a while. It's a 10,000 gold lead here. It's not even 20 minutes. They actually might look to end without Herald, free 20 minutes.
320 minutes, what a win it would be. Mickey pops the play, the box goes down as well. TP in by Chovy. Yike gets one, but he can't get back in time. Caps is going to spawn in 1 second, but the Nexus Tower is the target. And with the minions, no backdoor bonus for G2. Caps looking for the Tibbers. Delight finds the hook once again. And how delicious it is for Genji to clean up G2. Once again in their base, Hansama shredded by the Shurikens. Yike can only stand and watch as G2 are just demolished by Genji. They could have ended this 30 seconds ago, but Genji want to just twist the knife a little bit more. Chovy goes forward, the Nexus falls low, and in...
Chovy, the original Cassante mid player. Against Annie, I think that you have a lot of safety and security. You can invest in early moat treads. All right, you also have the ability to mitigate that stun entirely by utilizing the skill that can't be interrupted. And then you have so much engage, which I think is the biggest difference from G2's position, right? You have the Rel to start fights, you have the Mal fight. Regardless, either one can follow up on that.
That bot 1v1. Yike now looking up, 2v2. Yike looking up towards this top side. Doran does have the flash. You can't really escape. Knocked into the wall. Steadfast presence goes down. They look to burst him. First blood, G2. Yike escapes, but the minions will take him out in the end. He's executed. Peanut coming in from the side as well. The spear goes wide, just clipping the heel.
Yeah, I love the early defensive ult there from Doran. We'll see if they can make anything happen.
Used early. There's the knock-up with a huge back into the all-out. Pulls Mickey all the way out. The quickness used by Mickey to escape. Chovy dashes back forward with the flash. Caps low on mana. Q3 once again hits Mickey. The Tibbers for the stun though! And Mickey sneaks his way away!
Oh, what a kill there from G2, but on top side, Broken Blade, no ult, no flash. You are dead, sir.
No way for him to get out of this one. Tries to put the damage back down onto Doran, but Peanut will swipe him away.
I mean, Chovy...
The advantage. The top lane matchup slowly starting to swing in favor of Doran as Peanut now threatened to dive.
Broken Blade, no flash, and the spear hits. And Peanut, hungrily looking for it, chucks another spear into the back of Broken Blade and sends him to the fountain as they continue to extend their advantage.
I mean, Genji have the luxury of being able to just drop the Herald in mid now, create this extra point of pressure, force G2 out of the river, and as spectators to the objective, they have no real control around the bot side. It's Genji that continue to dictate the pace of the game.
No deep wards as well for G2, so Broken Blade has to TP to the mid lane tower. Mickey going in, but Broken Blade is not here yet. Caps on the flank though. Delight getting locked up. Caps trying to get in with the Tibbers. Broken Blade flashes forward with the slicing maelstrom, but he can't get onto Paze. Peanut is low. Chovy will fall. Doran down towards the bottom side will kill off Mickey. Peanut so low though, and Yike's able to take him out as well. In the end, a 3-for-1 in favor of G2.
Looks like actually only two end up dying on the side of Genji.
End.
But Delight, as you rightly said, able to get away with his life just barely. And the Herald, though, secure. Really out of town for them to play for. Broken Blade in a bit of danger right now. Yike is on his way.
That's the blast cone. Slicing Maelstrom used. There's the stun. They're looking to lock up Chovy. He dashes away, but the stun connects again. And G2 get a kill in the top lane.
Great kill on the top.
Jake.
You've also got to say, by far the best position for Caps so far in this series. He has 2 kills. As
Double move! Delight solo the Foulmancy. Yike's going to come in from the side as well. Delight is falling. Pace locked into the wall. And there's the knock-up with a helicopter as well. Pace dives in, but the feathers fly. Mickey picks up a double.
Huge kills there from out those sums from Pace constantly in lane, and now showing up for these 5v5s.
I mean, Pina's gone deep here. There's a blast code for Broken Blade, but you can't get away from the steadfast presence. He's stunned up, he's locked up, he was looking to stop the recalls, and his heartbeat is stopped.
Hang on a second, that's a dead jungler. The team's 8 kills. But let's see if G2 can maintain this momentum as Chovy has found another fight.
Pino's on his way, the slicing mouse is being used. You can see Yike trying to distract Delight and Pace down towards the bottom side, but Broken Blade has definitely overstayed in the top lane. Peanut will take him out, he'll shut. Summer keeps that battle continuing. Seismic shard into the spear, but Yike dodges to the side. The red buff, the molten shield, the steadfast presence, the flash in the end will get enough. But Gen.G have invested so much into trying to kill the Poppy, and G2 pounce.
The rookie from Europe comes up clutch. He dances Gen.G into death as they punish the overextension, and G2
securing the Baron. The dragon available to them if they can get down there in time.
Gen.G pinging the dragon. They've acknowledged that they can't secure this. Yike back out on the map first. The Baron has been secured for G2. Yike needs to be so careful now. He is isolated.
It's so good. Almost blast cones Yike back into the entirety of Gen.G. And I don't think Yike would have been able to slip his way away from that situation.
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G going to get a dragon back, and of course, because of the class of this team and because of how the series has gone, you're still going to be nervous. You're still going to think Gen.G could battle back. You know, when there's so much CC and AoE damage on the other side, Peanut caught again.
But this, you still have the damage out, double force across the wall, and there's the Magnus Storm as well. Slicing Maelstrom has been used, but Peanut pops the stopwatch. Mickey down already. Pace takes 1, that's 2. And Gen.G just ripped through the heart of G2.
It's just overextension over overextension on both sides, and Han's now in a lot of trouble here. He does have the ghost, he does have the ulti, and we'll be able to walk it out, but Chovy's coming.
Chovy has the all-out. Hans Summer can flash the wall to try and get away. Dodges the spear, but Delight's looking for more. Feather Storm. Hans Summer will escape one more. Oh, no! Not quite enough with the deadly plumage to kill off Delight.
It's going to be Chovy just TPing to safety.
Gets him out. There's the counter TP as G2 look to collapse down towards this bottom side. Gen.G nowhere near close enough to react. The steadfast presence coming out as well. Pathmaker held, dodges away from the knockup, but still gets stunned, and Chovy will fall. Gen.G now can still rely on Pace. He is even on gold with Hans Summer basically, but they're retreating. They don't think they can defend without their mid laner. Peanut was doing the razor beaks. And now with 11 seconds up on the next Drake of the game, it would be soul point for G2, as you said earlier, Azael. It's only a Chem Soul, not the most powerful, but still something you want.
The biggest thing that G2 have to be concerned about right now is that Baron spawns in 30 seconds. Committing to this dragon means that how much are you going to give up on the map in exchange?
It's gold advantage, and they're still in the lead, I think, as far as composition, and Doran has no ult to escape.
Yike's going to knock him into the wall. Hans Summer's going to try and shred through him. The last whisper already complete, and Doran already down, but the gargoyles caging for the moment. Caps getting onto the backline, the cleanse away from Baze. He dashes across the wall, but Broken Blade is looking to lock him down, and Paze is out of the fight. The Magnus Storm perfect, but the Feather Storm equally so. A double for Hans Summer, and G2 breathe life into Europe.
G2 are going off in this third game, battling back in such a massive way here. Hans deathless, Caps deathless. The G2 carries have come alive. Damage to knock through these frontliners fast.
The biggest differences we've seen is that Paze is being controlled and Chovy isn't dominating the matchup.
Yeah.
Unstoppable force. Hans Summer has the Feather Storm. They're going in with the Magnus Storm as well. Hans Summer able to retreat from it. Delight knocked away from the team, but the lightning crashes into the slicing Maelstrom. Doran already down. Chovy trying to distract the rest of G2. The feathers are pulled back, and Chovy will kill off Hans Summer now.
He's now
4v3 as Pace begins to open up, and he's locked up, he's stunned up, he's shut down by G2. Delight dashes across the wall. Yike continues to chase him away.
The team fights are just too difficult for Gen.G to play. The damage is relentless, and the combination of Broken Blade and Yike creates so much chaos for Gen.G.
They want to end, they're going
G2 win, and they're looking to end the game.
And G2 do it without their AD carry. The inhibitor still down for the next 3 minutes, but Chovy's up in 20, Paze is up in 28, Doran's up soon as well. Delight and Peanut are going to try and keep the wave, but with Tibbers pushing in and the super minions doing so as well. G2 begin to open up on the Nexus towers. Delight will fall down towards the bottom side. Peanut relegated to his fountain. And in their moment, oh so dark, G2 find a glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel. But instead, Gen.G want to shut that light down as Chovy goes forward.
But it can be difficult if you're getting pressured every time you drop your E on the minions. Some of these early game melee champions can just jump right in on top of the A-Soul and really mitigate how many stacks they're getting early.
There's always the flexibility of Tristana mid as well, which seems to be what Gen.G are going for here. Doran's going to take the Cassante up towards the top lane. Chovy will be piloting the Tristana.
Yeah, and that should be locked in now. We will see the Tristana mid. Again, Chovy, no stranger to this champion. We saw it in the LCK finals, something he's very proficient at, and something that he often pairs with those AP junglers. I will say that when you kind of look at the comp in its entirety, Gen.G's engage is not the strongest, while they do have some this is a very promising early game state as a collapse comes through for Gen.G.
Try and get away, but Doran dashes forward. Explosive shot, will it be enough? Caps is ticking, but so's Doran. He gets away from the towers. Aggro and Caps doesn't have a way out. No flash left in the end.
Himself is now. G2 look for a play in bot.
Early flash from Delight, but Yike is here, waiting around the corner. Pays slow for the second. Steadfast Presence knocks back Delight, and there's nowhere for the Lulu to go. Hun Summer gifted the kill. And that is huge for the G2 bot lane.
That is a lot of gold picked up.
In the bush. You can see
Broken Blade doesn't know he's there.
Peanut's on his way up. Doran look with the knockback. There's the all-out as well. Broken Blade pops the Slicing Maelstrom. Does still have the flash, but how are you going to escape from the Elise? Peanut still looking for him. Doran dashes forward, and in the end, Broken Blade holds his summoner.
Yeah, nice little bait.
Will be spotted, and this should be the dive from Gen.G.
So Broken Blade has the Hextech rocket belt. He dashes in, the Slicing Maelstrom coming out as well as Doran tanking the turret. Peanut takes half his health. Meanwhile, Yike trying to catch up Chovy as he rotated up towards the top side. The dash back with the all-out as Broken Blade now underneath the tower, knocked back with the Entopia strikes, but Doran's tanking it once again, and Broken Blade will get the 1v2. Now Peanut locked up by G2. Yike coming in. Caps here to join the party as well, and that Spider can skittle no further. Stumped under the boot of Caps.
Massive kills for G2 on the top side, and Gen.G, I hate to say it, but they're falling.
Going to team up with his mid laner as the all-out comes out from Doran, but Broken Blade with a Slicing Mouse to try and turn it back around. Doran very tanky right now, but Yike waiting in the wings. The Entofu not enough. Yike flash, smite, slap as he takes out the Gen.G top laner.
And once again, Doran is punished. He loses the gold lead.
Well, and that's why I thought that the level 1 plan from G2 was actually so intelligent, right? You know, getting this level 1 invade. I think Caps...
He's going under the tower. Caps just locked up, but the witch comes out. Caps flashes away. Doran flashes forward, and in the end, a 1-for-1 on the bot.
Gotta take a really good fight, because while it is...
they're gonna look. Comes out, they look for Pays to cleanse away. The falling star comes out as well, and Pays is stunned, but he's able to escape. The whirling death finds its mark, and now Chovy has the dash. Broken Blade flashes forward with the Slicing Maelstrom. Doran trying to do what he can as well with the all-out. Broken Blade is low. Hun Summer trying to open up on Peanut down towards the bottom side of the fight, but the Entopia strikes on Caps will lock him up, and Chovy continues to dish out the DPS. G2, a man down right now, push forward, but they can't find anything more.
What looked like a good...
Gen.G, Yike in the pit, 4,000 on it. Broken Blade gets stunned into the wall, all out, pulls him across as well. Caps is solo. Broken Blade pops the Slice and Mass, and the Whisk coming out as well. Broken Blade trying to fight Doran down towards the bottom side, but the knockback onto Peanut actually delivers him to Broken Blade. The Super Mega Death Rocket finds its mark, and now Mickey and Caps have to try and escape with the flash into the wall by Caps. He still gets the shutdown. The skies descend, and Peanut, Pays, and Delight try to do what they can. They get to the blast cone. Chovy opens up that shield so big. Pays takes another, starts to get excited, and Gen.G start to get excited too. A shutdown in the top lane. Only Caps and Yike are left standing, and Gen.G are having none of that.
It's an ace for Gen.G and a Baron to boot. It's a team that you cannot afford to underestimate, and they sniffed out the flank from Broken Blade. After shutting it down, they tore G2 apart, and
Broken Blade is at the Hail Mary.
Pays has the flash, Slicing Mouse coming out. Pays able to escape for the moment, but Delight's already down. Pays can open up onto Broken Blade as they turn the fight around. The Witch coming out. Doran low, the Singularity's being used. Yike keeps Doran in the midst of it. Chovy absolutely destroys G2. They step too far forward, and Chovy stomped them into the ground.
the idea was good from G2, but Gen.G are just better. Pays walks away with a triple kill, Chovy with the immaculate flank, and Gen.G are looking to solidify themselves as the victors in this series.
and looking to make a date with Destiny, perhaps a rematch versus T1 in the second phase. Gen G, there was moments of doubt in the middle, but they...